This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. Get out of school edition, happy graduation edition, all editions, May, bye-bye, come on June edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi, and here we are again, Segan Lane, one of the nicest places, the most bait shops you can find, Superior Bait and Tackle, right here in Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. And here we are taping on Memorial Day, and people are coming in and out already. I guess they just caught all they wanted during the weekend.
Well, I call it the center of the fishing universe in Baton Rouge right here at Segan Lane. But speaking of get out of school, talking about schools, LSU, I'm wearing the LSU colors in honor of our SEC tournament champions. Headed to the regionals now.
You don't wear it when they're lost or beginning of the year. You know when it comes to LSU. You're a true LSU fan.
You got that right.
From way back. I just was having a little fun, you know. You've had a little fun at my expense.
Really?
A lot of times.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a lot to talk about. Things are happening as we turn the corner into the month of June.
Well, we got June, and one of the best things that ever happened, guess what? H&H Lure Company.
Been around forever.
Everything, they got product company, H&H. Y'all know H&H has been here 50-something years. I think my 51st or 52nd year. They started in North Baton Rouge. I used to go there when Mr. Humphreys and them, and I was a little boy. I've been around there. He's always throwing me some of them little H&H's. He kept me coming back. He supported baseball, although he went down in the Dominican Republic, and he supplied those kids with stuff. He brought some of them athletes here. The Humphrey family's been in sports and fishing as long as I can remember. And I wanted to thank them. They've always supported youth fishing and then some of the things that we do with Wish to Fish and them, Louisiana Outdoor Writers. You get a packet, sometimes they got gifts. So they're one of the biggest names in fishing. And
just a great partner with fishing. And of course, they've stayed on the cutting edge too. You know, all those years, baits have changed, techniques have changed, fishermen have changed, and they've kept supplying them with what works.
And manufacture bait for
true.
Other big companies. You would be surprised. But I just want to say thank you to y'all, and we're going to push your baits. And this is the one. I wasn't going to wait till the fishing report you wanted, but you said you wanted
the Moon Glow. You didn't get me the Moon Glow. On the glass minnow Moon Glow. We're going to be showing you some video of that. It's one of the hottest baits going if you fish trout under lights, and a lot of people like to do that this time of year.
Well, everything that's going on right now, I covered the Grand Isle.
Yeah. Trout
Rodeo and the 21st annual. We got some surprises. Fishing was rough the first 2 days, but they cut loose the last 2 days, but they still didn't have that big trout. And we didn't have some of the old timers. Terry St. Cyr, for some reason, happened. I didn't see him there. And even Bootsy Toops, one of the winners from former that Bootsy was in there fishing. Yep. Didn't weigh a speckled trout in the first day. Didn't catch one the first day. He was leading in the 27-inch redfish division. So it's just a lot of things, and you got to play humble to the Madares. Mr. Madare used to fish that tournament. He had his granddaughters over there. They were athletes in Hanville. Still, them girls are always up in the money and winning first place in the ladies division and overall division. She come that fourth. And my good friend Tommy won it. Luke St. Pierre fished hard, a lot of them. We'll bring you more of that when we have time up. We got that, and then we got the fish report.
Brian, we got plenty of news. I mean, there is almost a virtual death sentence for Louisiana's coastline if a particular budget is passed, and we'll tell you a whole lot more about that.
If it's passed.
If it's passed, and hopefully it won't. You're right, we got the fishing report. We got a lot of rodeos and tournaments to talk about, so stick around. We got a full hour coming up of Paradise, Louisiana.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
My name is Bobby Bonet, and you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
The CCA Louisiana Star Tournament is doubling down this year. Double the tagged redfish. Twice the trucks. Over $500,000 of prizes awarded in more than 20 categories. Open to all ages, inshore and offshore, youth enter free. Don't let your chance to win swim away. Register at ccastar.com or at any Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and Gary. A tradition on Memorial Day weekend, the Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo. Expectations were real high because we were getting so many good reports about big trout out there on the beach, and you went down there. How did it go?
Mother Nature played a trick on me. It muddied the whole
Was this the black
beach
cloud
up.
had something to do with this?
I wasn't there. It started before I got there, Don.
Okay, just checking.
I stayed there. And you called me the black cloud, but my brother was down there with his family, and a lot of people on Memorial Day, first time, it's about the first part of summer there. Everybody starts going down there. They get through with all the graduations and weddings. And all of a sudden, I was sitting over there, you know, and I got there Friday night. I've been catching fish at the trestle, and I'm sitting there, and the fish start coming in. I was waiting for them. I was seeing 2.9, 2.7, 3.4, 3. They were climbing. Finally got to 1.4 pound, and I said, man, something ain't right. Now, when the guys would come and say, what happened? It's a lot of current. The beach is muddy where they've been catching. They've been going to Fouchon. They've been catching them east and west. They were going east to Faubourg. They were catching big trout. They're using croaker, live shrimp, and they're catching pokies. Well, even Tommy Vidrine, who is your grandmaster and who I spent time with, so I didn't black cloud him, okay? Now, he didn't
He's
put
a
it off to me.
Louisiana State Master Speckled Trout Angler. That's
Thomas
an award that is given
Paul
exclusively.
Vidrine.
It's an official title, and it's given by the state of Louisiana.
He's caught the big trout at this event before. If you catch a fish, you can weigh him any time.
Right.
But you can't weigh him but one a day.
Exactly.
So they sit there and they wait and see if they're going, the second fish will make the board or their first fish. And they got one that they can carry over tomorrow, so they watch. And it would make a difference. So Tommy thought he had lost it. Luke St. Pierre, who fishes it every year, had some couple good trout, and they were fishing more west. They were fishing the barges and Fouchon in that area. So they were all everybody fishing croaker, Riverside Dynamite, or pogies. Now remember, even the mud-ass, the girls that won, they fished pogies. Almost exclusive. But people couldn't catch pokies. They couldn't find them. The current, something had them messed up. They couldn't find, through a net, sometime they catch them in no time. The last day they did, things changed. A lot of fish came in, but still no monster trout came in, but they all winners. So here we are, there's 3 days. We started out on Friday, got a few things, and then we talked to the winners. These are 2017, 21st annual. Grand Isle Trout Rodeo from Bridgeside Marina, and boy, was it hopping.
I'm Joyce Saban, president of the Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo, standing next to my husband, who is past president. Welcome to the 21st annual Speckled Trout Rodeo. This is going to be a great weekend. We want you to be here, fish, get your names on the board, and have lots of fun.
Miss Rogers, LaRose, Louisiana.
Laura Cook, Covington, Louisiana.
Benjamin Pruitt, from Florence, Mississippi.
We went out there this morning and we started fishing, and we got bait and we ran around. The water was muddy all over the place. It was muddy. We ran from Caminada, fished all around here. We tried to get in the Gulf, but it's just too rough and chocolate milk out there, so we stayed inside and we ran down to Cooper Bell, 4 Bars, Independent Island, back to Fort. We ran all over the place. And
Nothing but redfish.
Nothing but redfish.
It was the Benedetto, Addis, Louisiana.
I think the wind's gonna die down enough to get out front tomorrow or the last day, and if I can get out front, I can catch, 25-inch fish like I've been catching. But back here it's very difficult, and the pogies disappeared. I was catching pogies. I had to fish with shrimp today, so the pogies disappeared. I looked everywhere. I caught some little ones.
My name is Randy Champagne. I'm from Youngsville, Louisiana.
A live croaker from Bridgeside Marina, dynamite right here. Fouchon, that's where I caught it. Rough weather.
Introducing Powerade Ion 4, complete with 4 electrolytes lost in sweat. Powerade Ion 4, the complete sports drink.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at O'Lynn's, where you always get the guaranteed low price. O'Lynn's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
From where? I'm from Valentine, Louisiana.
What you caught that fish on?
Caught a 4.7-pound speckled trout on a croaker on the bottom.
Welcome back to 2017 Speckled Trout Rodeo. Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo. Always in the Wingwood Circle, the mighty girls, y'all are so competitive. She got to be Papa up there right now, smiling down. You stuck it in the first day, you barely missed the board, but you're an overall winner. In the ladies division, congratulations, Lady England. Tell us a little bit about how'd y'all plan? The 2 days were rough. The day, where were y'all fishing today when you caught the big fish?
We were mainly fishing by the bridge and near the rocks and all that. And it's just all about timing and luck.
Where was the bait?
Bogeys.
Always good. Congratulations again. I'm going to stick around. I'll see you get your last trophy whenever we do it. Keep it up now. You going to be a senior this year or junior this year?
Senior.
Senior? Huntsville High School.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite sport besides fishing?
Track and field.
Track and field? What's your event?
I do pole vaulting.
Pole vault. Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. We're going to bring you the overall, the Kingfish.
Y'all are watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Sight casting redfish in the Louisiana marsh is this exciting. To make it even more exciting, the Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka, will add $10,000 to the first place team of each of this year's events, plus a $20,000 payoff to the grand champion. It all starts in April, so register your team now and come out to see the most exciting tournament series Louisiana has to offer. The Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Welcome back to Bidside, 2017 Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo. Here's my host right now. I stayed with you and your lovely wife, Jolene. You can't come in a black ride. You was worried about it. You were leaving here yesterday. You said, I don't know if I can catch up with Luke right there. But the way it turned out today, you're the champ. You had biggest fish one year. First time in the overall winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us your game plan and how did it held up.
I had a lot of patience and pogies. That's probably it, patience and pogies, and some big shrimp that Buddy got in last night, and he was, nice enough to get them for me. And those big shrimp caught a lot of big fish. But we caught some on pogies too.
The big fish came on what?
Rocks. The biggest one was a pogie. And it was hard to catch them because the water was so clear.
They had all the big name fishermen here. St. Cyr for some reason went here. Mudheads and the people, they keep coming back. You see, Luke had a little bad luck today with his ankle, but congratulations. That's all I can tell you. We're going to bring you the overall, had the big trout fishermen in a minute. But you're getting ready to start music. Y'all stay tuned, and we're going to take some video of them getting their award. Thanks again. Thank you. Thanks for the hospitality. Jaylyn, thank you, and thanks to Emily Bitbeam on camera.
We have to thank Rocky, Dolly, Renee, Jared, Robert, Chelsea, and the queen of Blitzside, Eleanor. Thanks to our waymasters, Bill and Cindy, the chef for doing a great job, and thanks to Wayne Keller for doing a great job providing our entertainment.
This is not her first award. She's won this. She won this last year. She won this picture, right? She is tough. And she's only 16. Wait till she gets the over to you, man. Congratulations. All right. The winner is Tommy Green, 11 pounds, 37. Congratulations, Tommy. You earned it. You deserve it, buddy.
Trout winner, 2017 Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo. And Ben, you're a native. You come from Golden Meadow. And right now you live in Thibodeau?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, you can trout all over. That's a long time since I know a trout been way over 5 pounds winning the trout rodeo, but it's been tough.
Yes.
Where were you fishing? What you caught your fish at?
We were fishing on the east side of Grand Isle in Fort Bayou Pass, and I caught my fish on the Troca on the bottom.
You talking about what they call them, Bridgeside Dynamite?
Bridgeside Dynamite, yes indeed. Yeah.
We want to congratulate. How often you fish down there? You've been days down here?
Every weekend in the summer, I'm definitely hitting it. I got a camp a little ways down the road from Bridgeside, and every weekend that I get a chance, I'm fishing.
You raised it. How long have you been fishing this rodeo?
This is only my second year fishing the rodeo. I fished it last year. We didn't have good luck this year. A little bit better luck.
Y'all had any other fish? Numbers wise?
We caught yesterday. We had a few trout on the board, but we got knocked out at the end, a couple of 3.5 pounders. But everything else is a little too early.
Today, what about today?
Today we ended up with about 40 trout, and we had the one big one, and nothing else over 3 pounds.
We want to thank you again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, all the young blood here. Old timers, the young blood, and they get it. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. That's going to call it quits here. Congratulations, my good friend Tommy Vidrine. Tommy and your wife Jolene, thank you for the hospitality. I stayed with y'all this weekend. She overfed me. God bless you both. Keep up the good work.
Who doesn't want to save money on fuel? Now, Shell and the Fuel Rewards Network are putting you in control of how much you pay for fuel. Simply buy whatever's on your shopping list. Clothes, groceries, even dinner out. And earn cents per gallon savings at participating retailers nationwide. Now, fuel prices are in your hands. So why wait? Sign up at fuelrewards.com today and turn shopping power into saving power.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
You are watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and Gary, a very popular place this time of year, Elmer's Island. Last year, Elmer's Island was closed. There were a lot of wetlands, dune restoration projects going on. It is going to be reopened, so people are welcome to go down there, but they got to remember there's no driving on the beach. It's by foot traffic only. You know, one thing I found out when I was talking to the people over there and the people that are running this program, and they were saying, I'm going to tell you, people are real disappointed. We had people protesting. They said, you know, they're taking the island away from them. No, they're not. If you see how clean and pristine it was, and how it was the last couple of weeks, people walking on it and taking a ride, it's beautiful. You're sacrificing, yeah, but they gonna look, you know, you gotta make a little walk, gotta pull your little buggy, you know, you can't have no motorized vehicle. But they're gonna try to increase the excess, so you won't have to walk as far. You got a great parking area, and I don't think it's a bad trade-off. I was like a lot of people, you know, oh, here we go, we're gonna take this, we're gonna lose access. You know, we finally got it, we got it this. If you see the way it is right now, how much better it is than the trash that's been there on that beach when I go there, and the litter and stuff. It's no comparison. Well, there's many people that utilize bank fishing and want to go places bank fishing. Elmer's Island should be your choice. Here's some information that we gathered to let you know what you can and what you can't do in the future of Elmer's Island.
Well, this is the largest restoration project in the history of the CPRA in Louisiana. It lets everybody know here in Louisiana and around the country what we can do when we work together and work the plan. We've got 13 miles of shoreline that have been enhanced with sands that came from 40 miles away from here. deep water sands at Ship Shoal that have been transported here to build 1,000 acres worth of Elmer's Island back. And what a significant investment it is in terms of restoration, in terms of protection, but also habitat development for a lot of wildlife and birds that are going to be using this. So this is an exciting day for the state of Louisiana. There's a lot more of this to come. You know, we are in a race against time. We truly are, with the way the coast is disappearing, both because of subsidence, because of sea level rise, saltwater intrusion, all of it working at the same time against us. And we've got to make sure that we move these projects as quickly as possible, because the sooner we do them, the more value we're going to get out of them.
It's a great day for Louisiana. It's a great day for the Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority. It's a great day for Lafourche Parish and Jefferson Parish. It's a great day for the citizens. And what it means to us is that we've just completed the largest restoration project in Louisiana history, $216 million. And by virtue of the fact that I'm standing in front of you today, hopefully it'll allow us to get this message out to the people to show that we're making progress in what we're trying to do in restoring and protecting our coast. So it's a great day to have this project completed.
Having this Coming Out of the Headlands Restoration Project is vitally important to Port Fourchon, on both the industrial side for the services that we provide to the oil and gas industry, but also on the recreational commercial fishing side. It's very important for us to maintain our footprint here in coastal Louisiana, and projects like this go a long way to do that.
We had envisioned, building this project. It's a great project. It shows you that, how quickly, when you get through all the federal processes, how quickly you can take money from the oil spill and put it on the ground and build a tremendous project. I mean, this is the biggest coastal restoration project to date in the state of Louisiana. There are bigger ones to come, but all the way from Belle Pass, all the way to Caminada Pass, you've got a brand new beach, which is as nice a beach as you can find anywhere from South Texas all the way to Orange Beach. This is as nice a beach as you're going to find. We got beautiful dunes out here. They're planting vegetation. This place is going to be intact for a long time for people to come out here and enjoy.
We want to make sure, I think everyone wants to make sure that once access is available, that people keep the beach the way it needs to be, and have a good time enjoying fishing.
But that means no driving. That's ever the access point.
Correct. There's going to my knowledge, again, there's going to be no driving on the beach. I think that's a concern because of the birding and the fragile habitat that a beach portrays. But public access will be available, and people will be able to enjoy this beach.
In addition to this project, we have on the board 2 other projects that'll complement this project to the backside, where we're going to try to recreate and build up the marsh again on the backside of this island. Plus, we have monies allocated to enhance this particular area to better give access to citizens for fishing and kayaking and hiking and bird watching, etc. So we got money allocated for it, and we're going to be spending it in the next few years.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Welcome to the Flambeau Outdoor News segment of Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, a lot of news broke, probably none bigger than two issues that broke last week. Number one, the problem with the Go Mesa funds. That is the offshore royalty money that was supposed to be sent to Louisiana and some of the other Gulf Coast states. Louisiana getting the lion's share of that, dedicated to coastal restoration. When we talked to all the governor's candidates, to a man, they each swore that that money would be used only for that purpose. Now it looks like, according to President Trump's latest budget, that money is not going to be used for that purpose of giving it to the states.
Everybody, even across the aisle, voted for this. Everything did. You name them states, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, all the ones down the coast. Everybody's pulled together. It passed, and now our president in his new budget is wanting to do away with it.
Well, I can only imagine it's because of one or two reasons. Either number one, they don't think that they can trust us with the using the money for the purpose it was dedicated for.
It's going to affect all the states.
Well, not just, well, yeah, but there's a lot of pressure from states north of here. They want to get some of that money too. But, you know, Senator Mary Landrieu and David Vitter, one of the only things they worked together on to get that money dedicated, because we're the ones that suffered the consequences of oil exploration. We should be the ones to reap the benefit of the sharing of the royalties. So we'll keep an eye on it and see. Bill Cassidy says he's gone after it. Garrett Graves is outraged. We got the people. John Kennedy's in on it. So we got Washington trying to work to get that budget changed. And I feel confident it will, because if the Go Mesa money does not come to coastal restoration to fund our master plan, we're gone. We don't have a chance. We don't have enough money as it is to do the master plan. This was a significant portion of it, and without it, you can take our master plan, crumple it up, and throw it in the garbage.
The last week it's been on talk radio, in the newspaper. I read all the editorials this weekend when I got back from Grand Isle. And so the deal bothers me is that it's got to have a vote. It's coming before the Senate and everybody else. You say a lot of people want, if they're talking about they want to drain the swamp, they don't worry about the alligators in it. Right now is the time you better go do something with the alligators before you can get to put the plug in the swamp.
Well, if you want to find out more about it, go to www.radio.com, wwl.com, and I had a conversation with Johnny Bradbury and also some of the elected officials about how serious an issue this was, and you can hear all about it. The other issue, and again, I had on Saturday morning on the radio, we had Patrick Banks, the Assistant Secretary of Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, introducing this pilot test program dealing with red snapper. This is a really radical change in any regulations that have ever been done in the history of Louisiana fishery. They're talking about doing a lottery drawing of 150 names from the ROLP. That's the Recreational Offshore Landing Permittees, taking 150 of those people and offering them to become part of this experiment where during the year they can fish in federal waters 24/7, whenever they want. They're going to be given a maximum total of 20 red snapper that they can catch. They're going to come under some really tight guidelines as far as the reporting methods. And the whole purpose of this is to prove to the federal government that we in Louisiana, and when it gets to the other Gulf states, can more efficiently and effectively manage our red snapper species out to 200 miles instead of just in state waters. There's a lot of people that are very skeptical of this. They believe that
CCA is one of them.
CCA, Teddy Roosevelt Conservation Partnership, and a lot of individual fishermen who don't like the idea. They said this is headed towards catch shares. And I asked Assistant Secretary Banks if that was part of it, and he said no, this is strictly a pilot test program to gain data so we can prove this case. Where it will lead after that, some people think this could even move inshore and then start giving shares of redfish and trout, and eventually some people are not going to be able to fish.
I read part of it. I read it in a hurry. I read it on my phone. Who's going to pick the 150? It's going to be a
Wildlife
draw?
and Fisheries. It's going to be a draw, a lottery draw, and if your name is picked and you turn it down, they'll go and get another one until they get 150 people to participate.
Lottery.
Strictly a lottery. Now, if you want to apply for it, you got to get that ROLP permit. You can do that at the Wildlife and Fisheries website. It's absolutely a free permit, and it's mandatory. We got to have them. We're going snapper fishing this week, and you got to have it. And that will automatically put you into that. 20 snapper total. You can catch 20 in one day. You can catch one each day for 20 days. They're yours to catch, and you have to do some really tight reporting methods with an app or by cell phone when you come in from your trip. If you want to hear the whole thing, go to my website, dontheoutdoorsguy.com, and go back to last week's radio show. It'll be in the 8 o'clock hour, and you can hear Secretary Patrick.
A lot of people asked me about it, and I hadn't read it in the phone. I didn't check my emails. I was out on the water. but it's just getting so complicated. We even have to spend time talking about it. People say, I don't want to hear y'all talking politics. I want to hear y'all talking about where to fish bite.
It determines the future of what you're going to fish and how you're going to fish.
If you want to catch fish, you better pay attention to what's going on.
Some other news, congratulations. Sam Barbera named the director of the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation. Really good choice. I think Sam's going to fit that position.
Well, he's been promoting. You know, he started off with Star. He's a state Star director, and he pushed that. He's such a congenial person. He does that. He brings that. He does fundraising. Does it, a lot of it for nothing. A lot of volunteer time Sam has put in his life. I think it's going to fit him perfect.
Well, in case you're not familiar with it, the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation is a nonprofit organization that does a lot of fundraising, and they augment and supplement the operations of the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, where they see it needs to be done and who needs to get help. They do a lot of things for children and young people, and when they see a good cause that needs funding, they're there to do it. So congratulations to Sam Barbera, and I know he's asking everyone's cooperation and making that a better, stronger organization.
Talking about that, Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries has a fish day camp at Woodworth. It's a 3-day camp starting from June 13th to 16th. Go on their website, find more about it. It'll be Woodworth Educational Center going toward Alexandria. By the way, we're going to show you more. CST, the show we've been on originally, Cocksport, the 15th anniversary. If you notice that all the outdoor block that they've been putting on, that you don't find it on just every other station, but
it's true.
CST, they used to follow the Tigers a little bit closer for the SEC knocked them off, but congratulations CST, and thank y'all for all they do for us, even though we pay them, but thank you very much. I'm going to do it like that. We got something unique right now with Frog Rodeo. We're going to have a rodeo tournament report. I'll bring it to you, but I just want to remind you 2 things that are really coming up that are real important because they're about charities. The Grand Isle Slam is a new one. It's going to be at Sand Dollar. That's going to be on June 17th. We got the Swole Fest, which is not this coming weekend, but another week coming up. And then when we get to the tournament report later on, I'll give you some more dates. So we got a bunch of rodeos and stuff coming up.
Just a little reminder, with the closing of May and going into June, frog season is now reopened. We only closed it for 2 months in Louisiana, so have at it. And as Gary mentioned, there's some frog rodeos coming up, and those are going to be a lot of fun.
June 24th, 25th, and that's a group called Anything Outdoors out of Ascension Parish. They do a lot. They'll bring kids in outdoors and handicapped kids, physically challenged people. They do a great job, and they're going to be at the Bell River Landing and Dry Runs Landing. You register on the 24th, and you fish all the way out to the next day.
You fish or you frog?
That's fishing. You frogging, fishing, catching, hunting.
Whatever you want to do. Go get them frogs. Stay tuned. Coming up, the H&H Tournament and Fishing Rodeo Report on Paradise, Louisiana.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Welcome to the H&H Tournament and Rodeo Report. Gary, June 10th and 11th has been declared as Free Fishing Weekend in Louisiana. There's some rodeos that you'll be able to fish without having to buy a license. You do have to pay attention to all the other regulations, but this weekend we got a full slate of high school rodeos coming up.
Full slate of high school rodeos. We'll start with one of the oldest one, the Calico rodeo is at Moran's Marina and Fouchon. Then you got the Rumble, which you participate in and always there, and you tell us more about it.
I'll be weighing fish. We'll be at the campus on Severn Avenue in Metairie. That'll be this coming Saturday. It's a festival going on too, so bring the kids. There's face painting and spacewalk rides and all kind of stuff. It'll be a lot of fun out there. In addition to that, Shaw.
Archbishop Shaw on the West Bank. Tell us, you know a little bit more about them. I just know they're in competition. I remember one year, y'all combined the weigh-in.
Katrina blew us out from Shell Beach. There is a weigh-in for Rummel at Shell Beach on Friday evenings. You can weigh in there. And we couldn't go back down there. It was devastated, so we moved over there, and we were right next to Shaw. Had a really good little competition going on.
Yeah, you brought in a winger, Dudley, and y'all got beat. I remember.
You remember that well, huh?
Shaw beat y'all. That's where we had
They did. It was a home field advantage they had there. But those rodeos are a lot of fun. Catholic High, Rummel, Shaw, all this weekend. And by the way, it's not limited when you hear high school rodeo to students and alumni and their family. Anybody can enter this rodeo. It's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Look, and to give it just a head up, we got some more coming up on June 17th. Jesuit will be coming up, and then in the East Ascension, it's the Saltwater Challenge. You can see more about them going on their website. They'll be coming up on that same weekend, the 17th. So, and then I'll mention it once again. I'm going to do it again. The Grand Isle Slam will be coming up. That's a new one. That's strictly for fundraising for almost any organization. They're going to be spreading it out for. And the Sport Festival, we talked about again and again. Them boys you started 20-something years ago, the boys were in high school.
That's right.
Dr.
Nick Robin.
And he was over there, and they do it. This year, Children's Hospital is the big benefit, but they done benefit American diabetes, you can name it, autism, so everything that has to do with children, they supply it.
And that one will be at Sand Dollar on the east end of the island, and that is doing the free fishing weekend too. That'll be a week from this weekend, so enjoy them.
That's it.
All right, we'll have a lot more coming up for you next week too. And when we come back, you'll be catching the Fish and Game Report, also known as the Fishing Report, also known as the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report, right here on Paradise, Louisiana.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
Who doesn't want to save money on fuel? Now, Shell and the Fuel Rewards Network are putting you in control of how much you pay for fuel. Simply buy whatever's on your shopping list. Clothes, groceries, even dinner out. And earn cents per gallon savings at participating retailers nationwide. Now, fuel prices are in your hands. So why wait? Sign up at fuelrewards.com today and turn shopping power into saving power.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
Welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Gary, we're going to have more reports on this because that big, generous 3-day red snapper season's coming up, and we're going to take part in it, so we'll let you know. I'm expecting limits of snapper to come in as long as the weather's good as far as the offshore. You went Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo. Probably didn't get the results people thought, but that was weather-related too, but I'm not going to write Grand Isle off by any means. There's some excellent speckled trout fishing going on there.
Oh, well, I made a little trip, and I was fishing with Bobby Black. And the week before, he had caught his fish because the front was muddy. Same place he was getting, loved fishing the beach. So he went in the back, over there by Bay Rambo and all those little lake and all those little areas, and the redfish went there like crazy. The tide was falling. As soon as we got there, we caught them. So you've seen that. We was catching some nice redfish, and even caught a speck on a spinnerbait. But we were scared to go to the beach. Well, when we got there, Sunday people caught them on the beach. So I got great reports coming from Grand Isle. My niece, Lauren, and her husband, Nathan, they went, my brother's boat, they went east. They were around 4 Bar and up in there fishing live shrimp. By 10:30, they were sending pictures back to me and my brother and them, they had a limit of trout, and nice trout too, on live shrimp. Other reports we got, the big fish of the tournament came from Fort Bar area and then the water cleared up like crazy. I guess all that south wind brought some salt water in there. It was clear. It wasn't as rough. It was a little bouncy, but they were catching fish. Tommy caught his fish, caught his pogies. They caught some fish. So there, the reports we getting too from George Beebe over there at High Water, they caught them in Leeville. They caught them in Timberlea. So then they caught them in that same day, that stretch, Sunday. They went there Sunday. It was too rough any time before, but Henny ought to catch them. Live shrimp, live croaker, pogies if you can catch them. So I got some more stuff. Ed Jenkins, and then we went with Danny Ray. They went back in the marsh and was catching redfish all in that area. I don't know where Tom Mathern sent me one, and 6-year-old Tom Mathern's mom and them sent him a picture of him. He got some beautiful trout, and he was over there fishing. Jody Dunbar fishing at Delta Moraine, that's a constant. Everything I hear coming from there, and I'm sure you got it at Delacroix, all you want to talk about.
Well, the problem with downriver right now, we got an extremely high river. The Mississippi River's high, it's dumping a lot of fresh water in there, and it's spreading around, so you kind of got to get away from that, whether you're going to the east or the west. Lake Pontchartrain had been really good. For some reason, during the Memorial Day weekend, it was off a little bit. The reports were not quite as good. But Delacroix, you can't beat it. I mean, Delacroix has remained consistent. You're seeing some pictures from Toby Cooper. He can't stay away from the place. Not only does he catch the reds and the bass, but there's some trout fishing going on over there too. And as we're talking about the east, Tofield Bourgeois with his flyouts, he's been hitting them really good at the Breton Islands, flying out there, wade fishing, and he's got them up on top waters now. So he always catches some beautiful fish out there.
I heard some other reports from there. We sort of we went down and Sand Dollar just to see what it was doing, talk to Butch about upcoming tournaments. And so when we left, the Coast Guard was checking everybody. So, we said, what are they going to stop us for? He just got checked last week. So we rolled out. We went further east. We got out in the Gulf. And like you're saying, the Mississippi River must have been doing that east wind. It was nothing but water hyacinths out there. And they had a rip. Just like that marsh that comes up on the shore, that yellow colored grass, it's everywhere. It's just big rips out there right now. So that's got to be coming. I know the hyacinths got to be coming from the marsh or down in that area. So
now out west, I'm not hearing a lot, but that should be coming on. Salty Catch is having their rodeo this weekend. We'll get some better results, and hopefully the reports will pick up as that water gets a little bit salty over in that area.
I talked to my brother Jerry and them. They would catch them in Black Lake and them like that. He said the salinity and the water and all the rain was getting in Lake Charles or Calcasieu. The water salinity, they ain't getting no report from the lake. So if y'all get a report from me and anywhere out southwest, just let us know.
All right, how about freshwater? Where can we go
catch
some bass
man,
and brim?
Loaded up, especially up north. They're yo-yoing and catching fish over there in Lake Bruin and some of them other lakes up there and old rivers. You know how many old rivers they got? Well, not the old river right now. The river's all in it in Morganta, but some of the other old rivers that hadn't got the water yet, they're doing it in an enclosed lake. I got some catfish being caught at Lake Fall Point. Trevor and Tyler Johnson, that 11-year-old Tyler Johnson, they sent us a picture. They're using catfish cans. You know how they do it? Some people do 5 gallons. This one is 33 pounds. They ain't come out in no little can. They must have
had a 55-gallon drum, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Mike Teddy sent another one. His boys catching bass then told me. David Rapolo, he's in Destin, Florida. He was vacationing. He was fishing those golf course ponds. I did that once before the Chinker Pen, but it's a big, big bluegill. Look like he's on steroids from over there. Grant Bailey he sent me a little video. They shooting with them baits. They're shooting them baits under them piers and floating barges and stuff, and they're catching these beautiful sac-a-lait in Sibley Lake in Natchitoches, Louisiana. So that's the only ones I got, fresh salt water. What about offshore?
Snapper's going to be the big thing. And the weather blew up kind of. It was real windy last week, so there were not many reports as far as people trying to chase the tuna in the wahoo. All right, I guess that's going to wrap up our fishing report. Remember, send your pictures, your reports, your information, the who, the when, the what, the why, and the how to Gary at Paradise, Louisiana. We'll make you a star. And always remember, turn that cell phone horizontally if you're taking the pictures. It fits our screen much, much better.
One more thing.
All right, one more thing.
Send a complete report. You don't have to tell me exactly you caught it on a stump.
No, well, you don't ask for GPS coordinates.
No, I don't want that. You just tell me whatever you caught them in,
Right.
if it's a Trout Fly Spillway, you know, Lake Rodeo area, Grassy Lake area, anywhere you catching fish, just give us a pretty good report. Bait is real important, and special color is good important. Not only helps you, it helps the sponsors like H&H and Pure Fishing and all the people that supply us. And people at these stores, they know what to ask for when you come in to the places like Superior Bait and Tackle.
All right, you're invited back again next week. Today we're at Superior Bait and Tackle, where you've been watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Put the net right on top of it.
Here comes the swan.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Yeah, keep.
Fish off.
Fish on, fish off.
Coming up to you.
Yeah, they're making me work. I'm getting ready to put the camera down.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, get me all wet. Catch your line, hold up in front of it. They won't see it one more time. I don't want to see you take it off. Y'all come out here, y'all watch the salooner table and the tides.
Yep, yep.
And when it's rough or whatever, y'all come out here and y'all catch y'all trout and you go back to your camp. 10-minute run. Now, you've been doing it now for 3 weeks. How long you think this is gonna last?
Well, all the experts tell me it's gonna last through maybe, this is end of May, maybe through June. And then these fish will be they're all full of eggs right now. And they're gonna get gorged up, and then they're gonna head out to the salt water. They gotta go to salt water to spawn. So that means Lake Bourne. And you're gonna have to follow them out. The next stop's gonna be the L&N Bridge, the Highway 90 Bridge, and then they're gonna have to work into the marshes. And during the summer, then it's a redfish target fishing until they spawn and then start coming back in. Yeah.
That was amazing to me though, when I come in the boat, y'all catching. Oh, y'all starting to catch them pretty ones again. Hold him up to the camera, Hal. That's good. Live shrimp.
All right, so normally we're fishing live shrimp, but if the catfish move in, then we'll switch back over to magenta or matrix shad. Lately, magenta's been the color. And then you're not going to be catching catfish or croakers. You're going to go back to trout. But when the bite is on, you'll catch just as many on a plastic matrix shad. Magenta's a good color. Lemon drop, Holy Jolie, the new one. It doesn't make any difference when that bite starts. When it slows down, you go back to
Show me how you hook it.
I take it, you know, same way, tail down, and I come through here like this, and that way it sticks out nicely.
There you go.
Magneto.
Treble hook. That's it.
Yeah, treble hook.
I did get it. I'm gonna get a couple good shots of the mitt.
Swing him in. Whoop.
Yeah. See the mitt? Keep it on. Yeah. Give it to me. I'm gonna take him off for you with the mitt. Please. Uh-oh. You swallow it? There you go. That's it. We got the treble hook. All right. This will make it nice. Right there handy when you need them. There it is. There's the mitt. The last few weeks we've been fishing the trussel. A lot of the guys have been calling them fire breaks. I don't know if it's fire breaks, but you notice there's a break in the extra concrete on the slab, the wall. And you see this, and you see the rocks showing. Now, Ken Lambert and the other guys, Dudley and Duvall, they all said they fished them a lot of times because when trains pass, there's nothing to hold the rocks, and then more rocks fall off and build a ledge underneath there. A lot of times I've been with Ken and Captain Duvall, they were fishing places like that on either side. They call them fire breaks. I don't know whether that's fire get off or train catch on fire. I don't know what it is, but they call them a fire break, and you can see them, and you ride down. And if you see a bunch of boats fishing, you're gonna find people fishing buy those carburetors. That's my tip for the day. And I got
Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.